Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Studio around here for this weekend as well. And we're going for Comic Studio Racing Go Time. It was absolutely for one thing that the last video we just already checked it out for the Hill Climb Racing Comic Studio, and it's pretty underrated as well, but especially concludes with the Piston Cup Racing as well. And I'm not very sure if I'm gonna be scrolling down, but unfortunately, aren't racing content isn't going to be such as the place to be as well, as we're going to be checking out Comic Studio Racing, but probably going time as only one thing as well. So am I gonna be checking it out and see that the content was absolutely found as well. But the characters could be for the syrupy shining glitter lime cookie round as well, and more characters as Comedy Man number 4, the pink hate and onion cookie. I'm not very sure. Orange sprites are gonna be everywhere, and because of only one thing is hill climb racing as using for the comic studio like for this thing as well. So let's check for hill climb racing for just try to do this. Let's just do the hill climb racing. And even it's not going to be checking out of itself. And there must be the CSCF's police station comic studio. I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be such as the play of the hill climb as well. Nothing is going to be the king of the hill as well. So even probably that we remember it as well. I remember like that I just tried to do anyways as well. Like we already checked out for anybody about this thing as well. But the comic studios, the CSCF's police station around here, and I'm not pretty sure that we're going to be putting around with Pixar cars, but I'm not going to be very sure. We did it absolutely having for a little bit some sprites as well. So the sprites could be for around here. So let me tell you what that we're going to be starting with the dealership as well. And dealership could be for around here. And a muscle car for around here. I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be for such as one piece. So these are the Jeeps, could be for around here. And this is where that the citizens could be actually own one as well. Even the car meets could be for some sort of muscle cars such as Scully, and even other such as the rally car, and many more of those things as well. So even for this, we absolutely having a little bit much more cars. Let's have a little bit more space, such as the hot rod over here, and it's gonna be in the front as well. So we're not having for such as a little bit of hill climb racing, and especially like those things as well. So having for expected more cars as well. I'm not gonna be copying like those things or starting even that one. And of course, we're not supposed to be for adding a little bit amount of stuff as well. So I might gonna be using it for some sort of backgrounds to find something a little bit even different as well, or ramming some stuff over here like the unexistence, like those things as well. So not even for some sort of realism schemes, like even for them as well, even like the sports of those things, even like I kind of think as anyways, we might going to be finding out, and I'll be right back of this video. And so we totally forgot that Hill Climb Racing was owned by Fingersoft. I'm pretty possibly that we think that was in the last video as well, that they just made something like this. And now for this thing as well, it was probably added South Park characters. But as you can see here, Racing Go Time is owned by anybody else. But something that we just eventually added Happy Wheels characters instead of Cookie Run characters like themselves as well. Even for the PP characters and South Park characters like even before. And some cars from Hill Climb Racing. But we just eventually totally forgot we couldn't able to be added for some sort of characters like themselves. And I'm probably that I won't be able to be disappointed like this and I wouldn't be able to be added some sort of like the characters as well for the South Park as well. But you even think that the Segway Man was being chased by the granddad with his for the jet, like those things, the jet engines on wheels, probably chased it all the way from the mansion, but probably like the roads like this, chased it by for some sort of an unknown thing. It's not an unknown thing. So the CCEV is going to be passing everybody for some sort of a motorcycle, and the irresponsible dad with his son Billy being taken all the way around as well. We're not very sure. This isn't going to be for such as a little bit quick. And I'm pretty not sure that we couldn't able to be added for some sort of characters as well. So, who's going to be driven for this car as well? And you realize that you think that could be for Dr. Wasabi Cookie as well. So, even what you think is going to be for this guy as well. So, am I going to be getting a little bit close? But we're really pretty sure that he won't able to fit in as well. Even for his very sure. But I'm not very think that Black Lemonade Cookie wouldn't be able to be driving this. So I might gonna be added a little bit for some sort of like this thing in the starting line. Even for some funny persons like themselves as the Segway Man. Or any kinds of other persons like even this one's. And I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for such as anyways. So I might going to be added a little bit as one. So it's not going to be for anybody else as well. So this is absolutely going to be for absolutely having a little bit fun, aren't you? So I'm not pretty sure. This isn't going to be added for pretty much stress as well. So there will be in their cars. As for one of those things are going to be beating a little bit of her as well. So she was a little bit big as well. So I might going to be guess. This won't be very perfect as they going to be suffered like this. As I'm not going to be pretty sure there must be characters like them as well, like anything as well. So we already, thankfully, that we already said anything about this thing as well. So I was pretty done before starting a little bit as well. And thankfully that will be it as well. So the link is going to be in the description down below. And it's completely underrated as well. Even it's also underrated like them as well. But I just added some cars like street or some kind of hill climb racing stuff from over here as well. Such as Happy Wheels and other kinds of stuff. Even the dealership as well goes on to their Jeeps as well. Not even as possible, but that's enough for saying for a lot of words like these things as well. And thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be signing off. That we probably said that isn't going to be from in the last video as well, but I'm pretty sure that we might going to be continued for round it goes. We only have one of those comics have been released for this a little bit of time as well, but I'm probably not sure. We're almost at the end of this video as well, that we checked out for some, it's not going to be the studio crossovers as well. We have been checked out for some user comics, and it's absolutely for made by Comedy Man number 4 and the ACR Masters Rebirthed. And I'm probably sure that will be probably it, but I'm not very sure that racing of those comic studios or the racing comic creators have been discontinued around here because due to the underrated facts as well. Even there must be for 2 links in the description below, but I guess that's it. And I hopefully that you just completely enjoyed for a round for all of those things as well, or aren't enjoying for a round of those things. So thankfully that will be the end of this video by now, and I'll be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later, and I'll be sure that I'm going to be see you back in 2 days around here. I mean, I'll be see you in 2 days, of course, that I just already said once again.